Hey everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back on my channel. Today's video is going to be a new half-half review where I compare this time two different formula of lipstick from the same brand, but since the packaging and everything seems a little bit similar, I thought it would be a good idea to just do this review comparison. So basically I'm going to be wearing these two lipstick on half my lips throughout the day so you can see how they perform, how they wear, etc, etc. Basically I'm going to be comparing the NYX matte lipstick and the NYX velvet matte lipstick, which kind of sounds a little bit similar, but this is one of the formulas that I always wrote about, and this one is a newer one. So if you want to see if this is something that you would enjoy more or less than the other one, then keep on watching. So I tried to go for two colors that are basically very similar to reds. The first one is Perfect Red, which is a very popular red lipstick from NYX. This one is the matte formula. Let me swatch this. As you can see, this is just a gorgeous, like the name says, perfect red. It's not too cool tone, it's not too warm tone. It's definitely a red that would suit a lot of different people. It is matte, but definitely a really creamy formula of matte. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the MAC matte formula-ish. A little creamier than that, but definitely a really pigmented, opaque, and even color. I feel like sometimes lipstick are uneven. Not an issue with this range of color. I'm always raving about these. I love them. Actually, there's a lip swatch video coming up with both of these range all in one video, so I will link that down below. It's gonna be up really soon. And then on the other side, I'm gonna be wearing the NYX Velvet Matte Lipstick in the color Blood Love, which again, a classic red. For being super picky, they're not exactly the same color. I'm not pretending that they're dupes or anything. This one is definitely a little bit like paler, a bit more pink. Hopefully you can see that on camera. This formula is a lot more matte than the matte formula. Velvet matte, more matte. Actually reminds me of the MAC Retro Matte finish, so they're not necessarily the most pleasant thing to apply, although these ones are a little bit more creamy. But once they're on your lips, they look like velvet. They look absolutely amazing. I love wearing these type of lipsticks because they tend to not transfer too much throughout the day, like less and less. So it's basically like your lips are now that color. They are definitely drier than the matte formula, but again, it's going to be something that you either like because it lasts so well, or if you want something a little creamier, to go for the matte. Construction, sorry. On my left, your right, I'm going to be applying the color Perfect Red. And then on my right, your left, I'm going to be applying Blood Love. As you can see on your lips, they're both gorgeous. There's not much of a difference between the color on the lips. Obviously, if you want to really be picky, you can definitely tell a little bit of a difference. But I'm going to try to remove them just to show you how much they stain. Like, the staining power on these is really fantastic on both sides. So if you want a long-lasting lipstick that will stain the lip, I definitely recommend these. I feel like the velvet one are even more. At first you can't really tell that much of a difference from up close. I feel like this one doesn't look that much more matte, but as the day progresses you will definitely be able to tell a little bit more of a difference. But as I usually do, a transfer test, let's do this. You can see that the velvet side transfers a little bit less, and it's going to be something that you're going to see once again throughout the day. But as you can see, they both look flawless on the lips. They're comfortable right now. They are totally opaque. They don't tend to emphasize one side more, the lines of my lips, than the other. They're really great. Now I'm gonna need waterproof makeup remover to remove them. So I'm gonna go on with my day and update you throughout after drinking some water, then after a meal, etc, and just let you know a little bit more about them as I go. Okay, so I have been wearing the lipstick for 2.5 hours, and I wanted to update you before I eat because I'm starving and I need to eat. But this is what the lipstick looks like after only drinking water, basically. They both look exactly the same. So if I zoom you in, you can see that they're still perfectly opaque, perfectly in place. They didn't move around. They're still looking perfect. They're very comfortable on my lips right now. I don't feel them at all. Let me do the transfer test. As you can see, they are both still transferring, but a lot less than they did earlier. And again, the velvet side has less transfer. So I'm gonna go eat and update you a little bit later. An hour and a meal later, I wanted to update you. You can probably tell from distance, nothing happened yet. So there's barely any fading on the inside, and if there is, I can just press my lips together and it's gone. So they're still super comfortable, they're still on my lips, they're looking perfect. Not much to update, so see you later. 6 hours later, I wanted to update you because I'm about to go on a bike ride. I'm not sure what I'm going to look like after, but since we're just testing the lipstick, it doesn't really matter. The lipstick shouldn't be affected, but I mean, you can see from this distance, it looks pretty darn perfect. I did eat some spaghetti, which is probably the worst thing you can eat when you're doing a lipstick test, but let me zoom. As you can see, it looks pretty darn flawless. There's just a tiny bit on the side here, both sides actually, a little bit of a, I can't find the word. It moved a little bit, but again, spaghetti. But other than that, it looks pretty darn perfect. They both still feel comfortable on the lips. They are starting to feel dry, but not like super uncomfortable or anything. And if I had to choose a side that looks drier, I think I would go with this one. And the side that looks a little bit more faded, it would be this side, for sure. Other than that, I would have no issue continuing to wear them in public. You know, sometimes some lipstick fade kind of weirdly. Not an issue with these. They're still comfortable enough for me to keep wearing them. Again, 6 hours. I think so far they're doing really good. So I will be updating you a little bit later. 8 hours in, time to update because I'm planning to go and shower and self-tan. I swear I did not plan my day properly. But the lipstick, you can probably tell from a distance, it's still looking pretty good. And from close, you can see that this side is starting to fade a little bit more here. But overall, it's still looking pretty good. They are starting to feel dry though, so if you are sensitive, 8 hours will probably be your limit. Although personally, not super sensitive to dryness, so I'm still okay with it. I'm probably going to try and push it to like 10-12 hours just to make it a full day. But as you can see, they're still going strong, and I've been forgetting to do the transfer test, so that's basically what it's been for the last couple of hours. It's still transferring, but not something that is intense. It's still looking really good on my lips. So if you wanted to know how long they last, I would say like 8 hours is like a minimum. They're really comfortable. Obviously, if you eat something that is super messy, that might be affecting the longevity of the lipstick, but overall 8 hours I would say it's pretty good average, which is really good. Even though they don't apply exactly the same, one of them is more creamy than the other, they end up performing kind of similarly. I would say though that the velvet one is better, but if you want something that is creamier, the other one is just slightly creamier as you wear it. It's just creamier as you apply it, basically. Anyway, I'm gonna go on and shower. So it's been 10.5-ish hours, almost 11 hours, and I wanted to give you a final update on the lipstick. From close you're gonna be able to see it better, but they have both faded some, but they're still looking pretty good, to be honest. So if I have to choose a side that is the most faded, it would be the matte side compared to the velvet side. They're both feeling dry right now. I don't know if it's just because my lips are dry in general. I've been doing a lot of lip swatch videos, but they are both feeling dry. I do feel the need to reapply something or to just remove them and apply some lip balm. With that said, I think we can agree that these are fantastic lipsticks. They last really well throughout the day. They're not overly drying. They do transfer, but the color will basically stay in your lips all day long. They're really great lipsticks. I highly recommend them. But there's not a huge difference between both. It's just the application, basically. Almost forgot to remove them on camera. Not that you can't tell that there's still quite a bit on my lips, but maybe you'll see how easy they are to remove / how much they stain. So as you can see, my lips are really stained on this side. A little less on this side. You can't really tell because this side is so stained, but there's definitely some stain there too. And I do feel like you can even tell at this distance the color did accumulate on like dry patches a little bit more on the matte side. But yeah, half my lips are way more stained than the other half. Oh boy. Yeah, it's kind of obvious. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up so more people can find it. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss any future videos. I will be linking on the screen some of the videos that I've done. I highly recommend you check those out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
'cause where you go is where I go.